All right, so the iPhone 13 mini or the iPhone 11, which to buy? Now, we're a month away from the 13 series releasing, and Apple was almost not going to make another mini iPhone because the 12 mini did so poorly in sales. Now, I think there were a lot of reasons for it, but one of the big ones was the price point on the 12 mini just never made sense. You know, why spend $700 on it when you could spend $100 more and just get the base 12, which has a much bigger display? So yeah, another reason I think that the 12 mini did so poorly was, you know, why not just get the iPhone SE for $400? You could save yourself $300. It's another small iPhone. And I think a lot of people kind of just cling to the fact that, you know, the iPhone SE just made more sense price-wise, and then it's still a smaller iPhone. And yeah, the 12 mini, the price just never made sense. So what can we expect on the 13 mini, right? So here we go. So same size display, 5.4-inch OLED display. However, the notch is going to be much smaller, but it's still going to have a notch on it. It's also going to have enhanced cameras and a faster refresh rate. Obviously, the processor will be faster too. But one of the other big differences is the price point on the 13 mini will likely start at $600, which makes a lot more sense. And I think a lot of people are going to be like, okay, $600, a lot better than $700. It's only $200 more than the SE unless they drop the price on that. So yeah, I think that's how it's going to go this time around. And I think Apple learned their lesson from the 12 mini, and that's why they're not giving up on the mini series iPhones, right? They're going to do it right this time around. And yeah. Okay, now let's talk about the iPhone 11 a little bit. I love the iPhone 11. I think that it's probably one of the best iPhones you can get right now for the price point. Currently, it sells for $600, but as soon as the 13 mini releases, it's going to drop $100 for sure, which would put it at $500. Now, the design on the 11 is very similar to the 12. You know, it's almost impossible to tell them apart. And I'm actually going to pull up right now the iPhone 11, the 12, and the 12 mini so you can see all three phones. Now, I've got the 11 in red on the left. And I mean, it's really like almost impossible to see the difference here when you're looking at it from the back against the 12. Now, the 11 is a little bit thicker, I would say. It's also a little bit heavier than the 12. But other than that, you know, it's got a 6.1-inch LCD display. The processor on it's really good. Camera's also really good. And I just think there's a lot of value on the 11, you know, at the price you can get it for, right? It just makes a lot of sense. Now, when we flip it over, I mean, I guess you can kind of see a little bit of difference in, you know, the display quality, but it's still not terrible or anything like that. And the notch, you know, is a little bit smaller on the 12, but another thing is, like, I feel like you can barely tell. Like, it's just one of those things that it's, like, hardly even noticeable. So now I'm going to pull up a quick picture I took on my iPhone 11 just recently of one of my watches so you can kind of see some of the quality. But I'll tell you what, the camera on this phone is great, especially for video recording. I've recorded a lot of videos with it, and boom. So now I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you guys can see it. And then right after this, we're going to check out some of the performance, you know, some of the loudness on this phone and just what it looks like for gaming, watching video, that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, check that out, man. Look at that nice zoom right there. That watch is just kind of looking fresh, right? Also, if you have any questions about using the iPhone 11, feel free to message me below in the comments. I would recommend getting it in red. You know, I definitely love the red on the iPhone 11 for sure. All right, yeah, so camera, like I said, is really good. Now we're going to get into some of the performance here. I'm going to throw up some Into the Dead 2, so let's check it out. Oh man, that was a nice blast right there. All right, close call. All right, so we got about 100 kills actually, but I want to get just like a couple more. Well, I guess that's not going to happen, right? Okay, so bottom line, the iPhone 13 mini is likely going to be an awesome phone, but a great alternative would definitely be the iPhone 11. You know, it's got some great performance, sound quality is good, camera quality is good for taking pictures, video recording. The display is 6.1 inches, and the design on it's really not much different from the 12 series at all. Okay, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tap that like button if you did, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you for watching it, and we'll see you in the next one.